hearing these strange sounds come up in the kitchen. Holy shit, it's the Slender Man, and he's cooking hot dogs on the stove. Hey, you hungry home invader, stop raiding our refrigerator. Yikes, he just whacked me with the warm wiener, twice. Wait, you ain't got no lips. How can you eat potato chips? God, knock it off, you skinny son of a bitch. Quit stealing our food and go buy a frickin' sandwich, you phony bastard. Look at this place. It's a disaster.
As someone that's an avid fan of both hip-hop and animation, I think that there's a lot more overlap between the two genres than people outside of those spaces would initially realize. In a lot of cases, rappers are fans of animation, and thus their collaborations are just a match made in heaven. And today I want to talk about specific collaborations between one of my favorite channels and one of my favorite rappers, rap's greatest supervillain, Daniel Dumile, aka MF Doom. Fans of Doom know that he's easily one of the more interesting and compelling figures within the space, not only because of his style of music, but his story. And unfortunately, I'm not going to get into his story today. There are a ton of videos out there on YouTube that would do a better job of explaining his entire story better than I would. However, today I want to discuss the relationship between him and Adult Swim. I say all of that not just because I want more people to look into Doom, which I do, but also because I get the same general vibe listening to an MF Doom project that I do watching Adult Swim at 3 in the morning. It's kind of hard to explain, but there's this underrated obscurity that come from experiencing both. There's a ton of love and understanding of the craft that goes underappreciated, and they never really got their flowers when they truly deserve. This relationship ended up yielding very high peaks and depressingly low valleys, and I want to discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly with you today. So we are going to be discussing the beautiful yet tumultuous relationship between MF Doom and Adult Swim.
So, as far as I could find, Doom's relationship with Adult Swim officially began around 2004, where he started doing voice work for the anime parody Perfect Hair Forever, and also started his collaboration album, The Mouse and the Mask. It's pretty common knowledge that Doom was a big fan of cartoons and comics, and also with his entire brand and image essentially being obscurity, this ties into Adult Swim perfectly. We'll get to the album later, I promise, but I think a good introduction would be to focus on his appearances on Adult Swim shows. So let's focus on his voice work to start. Like I stated before, as far as I could find, Doom's collaborations with Adult Swim started with Perfect Hair Forever, where he started 6 episodes as Sherman the Giraffe. In my opinion, this show is terrible, but nonetheless, Doom does a fine job. Nothing mind-blowing, but nothing really egregious either.
Watch out now.
You're a Japanese hot dog.
Actually, I'm the giraffe and you's a California bear.
Together we have married to produce.
Watch that high note there.
Perfect hair.
He also voices the receptionist in Assy McGee. And again, it's pretty basic. It's just Doom talking.
Here to see Mike.
Nobody sees messaging Mike without an appointment.
Well, I'd like to make an appointment.
All right. Okay, dear. For what time then?
3:57.
Oh, it seemed like something might have just opened up for you here.
He plays Chocolate Bunny and Cheyenne Cinnamon in The Fantabulous Unicorn of Sugartown Candy Fudge, which is a ridiculous but on-brand title for a show.
Okay, cut. Girl, you know what? You need to sex this song up, son. You know what I'm saying?
You think?
I ain't really feeling that, like, real slutty slut side of you. You know what I mean?
All right.
You know, take a shit over there or something.
Okay.
Drop them panties or something in there.
Like this?
You gotta air it out. Huh?
Speaking of sluts, whatever happened to that young girl whose life I saved?
Oh, you talking about that non-Hodgkin lymphoma girl?
Yeah, I healed her with my song. No, she died.
Doom also had a handful of his songs appear in Boondocks episodes from around the same time.
Bitches love smiley faces. Okay, let's roll.
Wreak havoc.
Nobody move a goddamn muscle. You best start acting like you're a mannequin or something. Like you want to stand in the way.
Any day could be the one he picked up.
Let's roll.
How do hold heat and preach non-violence? He about to start the speech, come on, silence. On one starry night, I saw the light. Heard a voice that sounded like Barry White, said, "Show you right."
I have to get into that studio, even if it means going through you.
Man, you come straight out of a comic strip.
So nasty that it's probably someone that would try to stop me. Then he told the people, you can call me your majesty.
In 2006, Adult Swim brought us Christmas with Doom, a block of Christmas episodes of Adult Swim shows for around 6 hours. Episodes featured were Season 1, Episode 6 of Assy McGee, Mexican Rain, Season 1, Episode 22 of Robot Chicken, the Robot Chicken Christmas Special, Season 2, Episode 14 of Squidbillies, Rebel with a Clause, Season 1, Episode 10 of Moral Oral, The Best Christmas Ever, Season 1, Episode 14 of Venture Bros, A Very Venture Christmas, Season 1, Episode 5 of Tom Goes to the Mayor, Rats Off to Ya, Christmas at Pee-wee's Playhouse, Season 3, Episode 3 of Futurama, A Tale of Two Santas, back-to-back episodes of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Season 1, Episode 18, Cybernetic Ghost of Christmas Past and Future, and Season 3, Episode 11, T-Shirt of the Dead. And the block concludes with the 16th episode of Season 3 of Family Guy, A Very Special Family Guy Frickin' Christmas. Before and in between episodes, we're greeted by Doom chilling in a Christmas sweater by the fire.
Christmas on Adult Swim with your boy Doom. That's right. Ho, 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 ho.
If you're interested in checking this out as a fan of Adult Swim or Doom or both, check it out, it's linked in the description. Next, we have a piece of Lost Media, a pitched show called Tight Bros. From what I could gather, it was in development in 2009 and set to air in February of 2010. It was the brainchild of MC Chris, a rapper who worked on other William Street shows for Adult Swim. He is the voice of MC P Pants on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Sam Johnson and Chris Marcel also had a hand in pitching the show. They're known for their work on How I Met Your Mother, Daria, and Beavis and Butthead. It was supposedly supposed to be about two mall priests from New Jersey that want to be rich and get laid, but are basically failures. Like I said, this show was never released in any official capacity, but there was a promo released. Now, I apologize for the quality ahead of time, but here's what I could find. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, what the hell does this have to do with Doom? Well, not only was he supposed to voice a character on the show, but he also rapped the intro.
What a night for show, lights glow, slightly mold, so might blow. Right flows, be polite, pose, quite gross. Find out like lycos, these guys close like Viking psychos, tight bros. Flare up a dub, guzzle down bubbles, tear up the club. Smear smells and chest rubs, hells yeah, throw up a beer at the best pub. Flare up a dub, guzzle down bubbles, tear up the club. Weird, smell smear like chest rub, hells yeah, throw up a beer at the best pub.
Unfortunately, there isn't much else out there in regards to this show. I really just needed an excuse to share a lesser known rap from Doom. That being said, it's time to really get into the thick of this video. it's time to discuss some of his music.
He's supposed to be back anyway. I'm in here starving. I don't know about you. Young son. How about when we had the piranha blowfish soup uptown?
I'm not eating anywhere where we'll see people from work.
In 2005, the album The Mouse and the Mask by MF Doom and Danger Mouse dropped, and it's one of my personal favorite hip-hop albums of all time. Not only does this album directly reference a handful of shows from Adult Swim, some of the characters are literally featured on the album. The album is fantastic on its own, but being a fan of Adult Swim gives the album more depth and room to appreciate every single line. And to prove my point, let's deep dive into this album and really illustrate exactly what I mean. I combed my way through every lyric and took note of every single reference to Adult Swim I could find. Let's talk about each and every one of them. The album's opening line on the track El Chupa Libre is from none other than Brack from The Brack Show, followed by Lois from Family Guy.
Why did you buy this album? I don't know why you did. You're stupid.
Yourself.
The only reference I could find in this actual verse is this line about Inuyasha, an anime that frequently aired on Adult Swim's Toonami. The song ends with a reference to Harvey Birdman and some words from the one and only Master Shake.
Could hardly get a word in and wondered what the damage is to retain Harvey Birdman.
Yo, Danger! It's me, your old buddy, Shake. I heard you're doing a little project and, I hear you talk to some other people, and I thought you were smarter than that. But obviously, I am wrong, because you know my rapping is the shit. I don't give it out for free, though, so, I'll do it. Feel free to call me at my number, which you have.
Now, speaking of Master Shake, he is the most prominent character featured on this album, which isn't a bad thing by any stretch of the imagination. He shows up quite a bit though, so keep in mind we'll be definitely bringing him up again later. In track 2, Sofa King, we hear from the rest of the Aqua Teen crew, including BillyWitchDoctor.com at the beginning and the end of the track, but that's all we get on this song.
Please, read from sheets. I am Sofa King.
Sofa King. I am Sofa King. We Todd Ed.
We Todd Ed. Now repeat all very fast, please.
I am Sofa King.
Faster.
I am Sofa King. We Todd Ed.
No, not so fast. Loses meaning.
I am Sofa King. We Todd Ed.
You say funny things.
On track 3, The Mask, we have the pleasure of hearing a freestyle from Brack and Zorak hating as usual.
Check me out, my name is Brack, and that's a fact. I got a mom and a dad and the yard out back. We sit by the pool and we nibble on snacks. Then we eat a big lunch and we all take naps. Why'd the beat stop? Hey! I got a mask too, so give me the mic!
You're no Doom.
Come on, Danger Mouse, give me that beat. On the bed around. Love to hear percussion.
You suck.
Turn it upside down. Love to hear.
I know talent. You ain't got it.
I wasn't done.
The next song is Perfect Hair, obviously a reference to the show that we discussed earlier that Doom was a part of. Another line directly references the main antagonist of the show.
Balding boys sound like Janine Garofalo, fiend for a sloppy fro, who's seen the evil Quafio.
Then, at the end of this song, we end up with another voicemail from Master Shake.
Danger Doom, it's Master Shake. Hey, buddy, did you get those emails I sent? I'm still waiting to hear from you. I think maybe you're in the shower. Are you in the shower? Okay, but I'm still I got some other stuff. But I am committed more to doing yours. So if you can let me know today, that'll be great. Okay? Just give me a call for the snizzle, do the rap pizzle. And again, I'm really sorry about that other one. The call. Me what sucks. Okay, call me back, dog.
The next two songs, Benzie Box and Old School Rules, don't really have any relevance to this video, so we'll skip over them. However, this absence of Adult Swim related lyrics is compensated by the next song being the most Adult Swim centric song on the entire album, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. So this song is just one giant reference to the show, and as much as I would love to play the entire thing in full, obviously I can't do that on YouTube. So instead, I'm going to pick the ones that I think give the general gist of what I'm trying to represent, and we'll go from there. This song opens up with Meatwad and Carl having a very interesting conversation.
We need food. What are you doing there? I'm rapping. Yeah. No, I see that. What for? Money. That, I want to get some steady bitches and hoes, and some candy for my nose, some diamond stones, to roll with my chrome. Hey, genius. You even know what that means? What does it mean? Where's the keyboards and the tambourine and the guitar? And, the stuff that like white people like. You want a piano? Something badass, like REO Speedwagon or something. Yeah.
Then we have Doom's actual verse, which is essentially just an homage to the show as a whole.
Hey yo, I know this dude, right? Carl, he wore tight blue sweats but wasn't glued too tight. All he had upstairs was a crude light. You think that's weird? He lived next door to a food fight. Howdy, danger, much obliged for the beat guard. Even though you still eat lard by the meat ward. Mesquite charred, speaking of which or who. Voice all squeaky like they tuned it up a pitch or two. Switch your view to the brother with the fried dreads, not to be confused with the incense selling tie heads. His name rhymes with Mike, cock. You could call him live wire eye sockets, Frylock. Able to shoot electricity through his eyeballs and blast all through your single-sided brick and drywall. So with your boy, he's not a soft or hot drink. Whoever don't like it could suck his straw. It's hot pink on some junk like Gucci on a classy hoe. Might splash you in the face with nuclear pistachio. Make a fast breaker, that'll be the last mistake that ass to make. Is what you get for messing with Master Shake. Look out, don't block the screen, son. Lunge across. Trying to watch Adult Swim, Aqua Teen Hunger Force. He often wondered, should he get the logo tatted to his Woody? He could be number one in the hood, G.
And once Doom is done, we have yet another Master Shake voicemail.
Shake, Colin. I just got off the phone with somebody else, and that wasn't about you. That was about me being upset about something else. I shouldn't have called you, but I did, because I like you so much. I'm really looking forward to us working together, and just now that I'm calm, and after I've apologized profusely, probably too much, I am available. Call me doggy. Woof.
Moving on to track 8, Basket Case, we have a couple of appearances by the one and only Harvey Birdman, Mentok, and Myron Reducto.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we all lived through the 70s, the clothes, the music, the heartwarming but rarely amusing Ziggy cartoons. Now, later, who are we to look at these two fine young men and say, you there, I sit in judgment of you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this animal here, this ursine fellow, unclean, he rejected society and retreated to a cave in the woods to plot his vile
And isn't it true that at these times he often descends into a delusional state, sometimes actually adopting another person's persona?
Defendant's confession.
Nothing further.
Mentok commands you to proceed with your case.
Just since some people wear a mask don't mean they did nothing automatically.
The verse itself doesn't have anything particularly notable to discuss, so let's go ahead and move on to the next track. No Names is track 9, and this song follows the tradition of having intros and outros with Adult Swim characters, and this time around the song is introduced and concluded by some characters from C-Lab 2021.
Well, Debbie thinks this is all about her biological clock. And I
stopped screaming long enough to tell you that?
Huh? No, the other Debbie. Debbie the teacher. Oh, you mean Black Debbie?
Whoa.
Why is she Black Debbie?
No, not in a bad way. It's just to tell them apart because she's black. I'm as smart as him.
What? I got PhDs in 4 scientific disciplines.
Really?
Why do you think they call me Dr. Quinn?
I just thought that was a nickname. You know, like Dr. Dre. East Side.
On track 10, Crosshairs, I couldn't find a single reference, and track 11, Mincemeat, isn't much better, but lucky for us, the next two songs definitely have a ton of references to bring up. Track 12 is Vats of Urine, and the first voices we hear are from Ignignacht and from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Behold, y'all, the digital vats of urine.
Drink up, bitches! Taste our liquid gold.
You must respect yourself. Forced you wreck yourself.
Hey man, you made a rhyme!
Yes, it is, for I am a rap god from beyond the moon.
And then again on the outro.
He's like a rap god. He's like a big log that you find in your toilet.
For real.
Bow down and suck his knees.
And I am about to kick it all up in here.
Stand by for kicking!
I am the kicker, not you. You kick elsewhere.
This sucks, man. I'm bored.
Me too.
The next track is another one riddled with samples and references, and is one of the best songs on the album, Space Hose.
Don't believe this. I get rid of those two evil maniacs who try to ruin my show, and I get two evil guests who are trying to ruin my show.
Fair. Just who came up with the stupid idea of giving Space Ghost a talk show in the first place?
How they gave his own show to Tad Ghostal. Any given second he could go mad postal. Stay waving that power band space cannon, and had the nerve to jump in the face of Race Bannon. Pumped out, luckily he deaded it. Guess who's the schmuck who's credited with editing it? Your man Motar, the cop out, ain't have no other career choice, he dropped out. Since when the way outs included Zorak? Way back he used to rub his thorax and borax. And we're back live on the air with Brack. So Brack, how your man got a show that's so whack? Have you ever thought to work with Earl, Ignignacht them? Do you got enough oxygen from this toxic phlegm? Wanna be the host with the most. When it's on, space holes coast to coast.
You think I'm just gonna hand over my show to you, Doom? Have you lost your f***ing mind? Listen, I'm not gonna hand my show over to you. You know why? Because it's my show. Mine, not yours. Space Ghost. It ain't Doom coast to coast. Yeah, sure, here are the keys to the show. Why don't you drive for a while? Yeah, America's craving some Doom. Here you go.
I love basically everything about this song, but the Space Ghost samples are really the cherry on top for me. The production, the lyricism, everything about this song completely encapsulates this album in a way. It's just so goddamn good. And finally, we have the final track, Bada Bing. The verse has basically zero thematic references until the final line we hear from Doom.
I need to take a swim. Tell them kids remember school. If they let them out, cool. But get the hell from out the pool.
Adult Swim. All kids out of the pool.
And then we conclude with the final voicemail from Master Shake, which is not only him at his most pissed so far, but also provides some foreshadowing for something I plan to discuss a bit later in the video.
Hey, shithead. It's me again. And you know what? I just heard it's all done now. And somehow, I guess you must have lost my number. You know what? You suck. You suck. Your music sucks. And I hate your sucky, stupid metal face. I hope you burn. You're going down. This is the last big mistake you'll ever make. You suck. I hate your guts. But if there is another project in the future, please keep me in mind. Thank you.
And then we get potentially the best way to conclude the album. Meatwad returns to the mic to give his rendition of the intro to my favorite Doom project, Food.
Beef wrap, could lead to getting tea-capped, or even a wreath for mom due to some grief crap. I suggest you change your diet. It could lead to high blood pressure if you're fried, or even a stroke, heart attack, heart disease. It ain't no starting back once arteries start to squeeze. Take an easy way out, phony. Until then, they know they wouldn't be taking that baloney in the bullpen. So disgusting. Pardon self as I discuss this. They talk a wealth of shit and then I ain't never seen the justice. Well, that was off the beat. Bust this. Like a cold milk from out the toilet. 2 batteries, some Brillo, and some 4, he'll boil it. He'd be better off on PC glued. And it's a food, so don't be in no TV mood. Each week, it's mystery meat. Seaweed stewed. Food. We need food. 'Cause I can't stop it pimping anymore. I forgot what I started pimping for. There you go, yeah.
There's truly an ironic beauty of Meatwad rapping beef rap. No better way to end this project in my mind. And that's it for the references on The Mouse and the Mask, but I promise you, what I showed you here is not even close to the full experience. So please click that Spotify or Apple Music link below and check it out, because it really is a great album. But enough of that, let's move on to the next part of the Doom and Adult Swim relationship, but unfortunately, there's not much else positive going forward. Alright, so with the album discussion over, let's briefly talk about the debacle of a project that would eventually be the catalyst of the downfall of Doom's relationship with Adult Swim. Now, most of this information I'm going to use comes from a series of tweets made by Jason DeMarco, a showrunner for Adult Swim. Not only that, but he's someone who had a good relationship with Doom despite some of the things I'm going to detail later. I'm also going to pull information from online forums and other various sources, but keep in mind, Doom obviously isn't here to defend himself, so at the end of the day, it's all hearsay and speculation. I wasn't there, so I'm not going to necessarily say that these are all the facts. I'm just piecing together the information as best I can to create a digestible picture. So, according to DeMarco, on the heels of The Mouse and the Mask, he was able to convince Adult Swim to give Doom a $45,000 advance for another Adult Swim themed album. Apparently, Doom got the money and unceremoniously disappeared. He and DeMarco had almost no contact for 3 years. According to DeMarco, he was unaware of it at the time, but Doom had a child who was deathly ill at the time. About 10 years after the initial advance that materialized to nothing, Doom reached back out and wanted to move forward with another project, and despite being hesitant, Adult Swim decided to work with him. And unfortunately, this was a regrettable decision on their behalf. In 2007, Adult Swim did a big rollout on their channel, announcing the album on the block and posting them on AdultSwim.com. The album was ironically named The Missing Notebook Rhymes. Apparently, this album wasn't really Adult Swim themed, but would obviously be promoted by them. According to DeMarco, the album would have been a compilation of unreleased songs that didn't really have any placements on any other albums. The project was completed and 15 songs were sent to Adult Swim, and each song was meant to be released weekly. However, in an abrupt fashion, after about only 7 of the songs were released, it was announced that they were ending their relationship with Doom and canceling the project entirely. At the time, fans were kept in the dark, but now we know this was because Doom didn't pay the producers, never got vocals cleared, and he owed an entire label additional music. So as a result, Adult Swim had to fit the bill, costing them a ton of money. The released songs are on SoundCloud, so despite Adult Swim removing them from their site, they are still available. It's also speculated that songs released on SoundCloud under Doom's producer alias Metalface around the same time could potentially be the remaining songs, but this was never really confirmed. For fans, this was and is a major letdown, but I think Jason DeMarco put it best in his final tweet on his thread. "I'm not sorry I gave him another shot, even if it didn't work out for me. Doom was a mess and a genius and a goofball who loved cartoons, and I loved him even after he flipped, because he was just that special." Daniel Dumoulin passed away October 31st, 2020. The fallout of his passing sent shockwaves throughout hip-hop, causing fans to mourn and igniting people unfamiliar with his work to begin seeking it out. MF's Doom impact is something that's often overlooked, but it can't be understated. Adult Swim is kind of similar in terms of their impact on animation. In a way, they were twin flames, creating unorthodox and cult-like followings that ensure that they will always be remembered. And although their relationship didn't pan out the way I think anyone would have hoped, there were still so many dope results that came out of it. Thank you for watching, and never forget to use all caps when you spell the man's name.